Good evening, students. I hope you've all had a relaxing weekend and were able to catch up on anything that you needed to catch up on. I'm here to give you a brief overview of what you're going to be looking at in your week 2 assignments. I realized that Module 1 was very heavy on the textbook content. This week is not like that. You do have 2 chapters to read in the Fletcher book, Chapter 6 and Chapter 34. Chapter 6 is all about encouraging students to take risks in their writing. Chapter 34 provides exercises that students can use to make their writing more personal to themselves. In the Tompkins book, you'll be reading part 2 this week, which is all about listening. It's about the listening process, purposes for listening, and listening strategies. It's not quite 20 pages of material, and there's some really good information contained in those pages. So that'll be it for your textbook content this week. Let's move on to the module content. So this week, there are 3 handouts that go along with your assignments. The first is the developmental sequence of handwriting acquisition handout. It's going to look a little like this. It is an older document, but there's great information here. This is essentially giving you typical writing milestones that your students should achieve from grades kindergarten through 8th grade. It is by no means comprehensive. There are other things you will want to look out for as a teacher of writing, but this is a good general overview of what your students should be accomplishing and things you should be looking for. The second is the sequence of handwriting instruction handout. This basically provides the order in which you should teach writing concepts to your students. Starting with straight lines, adding in some circles, starting to get some slants, angles, moving on all the way through cursive writing. And the third is called the Clues to Improvement in Handwriting Student Self-Evaluation form. This is a document that you can use with your students to have them critique their own writing. There are also several supplementary resources this week you can check out as you go along with the course content, and there's some great information contained in here. There are, again, 2 discussion board assignments this week. Discussion post A comes from the Fletcher book. Discussion post B will come from the Tompkins book. As with last week, you should respond to 3 of the prompts that are listed on the assignment page. These 2 responses should be between 200 and 250 words each and are both due Thursday evening by 11:59 p.m. You are also required to respond to 3 of your classmates' posts on each discussion board. So that is 6 responses total. Your responses to your peers should be at least 50 words and are due by Sunday evening at 11:59 p.m. Your next assignment involves reviewing, analyzing, and evaluating some handwriting samples. You will look at writing samples from a kindergarten student and a 1st grade student. You will evaluate each student's handwriting using the Evaluating Student Child Handwriting rubric that is listed here on Canvas, and I will show it to you right here. You will complete 2 of these rubrics, 1 for each sample, 1 for your kindergartner and 1 for your 1st grader. After that, you're going to practice your own handwriting skills and evaluate your own work. Using your typical handwriting, you will need to write each Danielian manuscript, print, and cursive, uppercase and lowercase letter in the alphabet, plus the numerals 1 to 10. Then write each of the Zahner-Bloser uppercase and lowercase letters in the alphabet, and the numerals 1 to 10. Samples of these can be found online very easily. You'll either scan your documents or take pictures of these practice sheets and upload them to the Canvas course website. Watch that you maintain the proper slant to your letters. Keep your elbow on the table or your desk. Keep your paper slanted a little bit. Remember, you're going to be modeling and teaching one of these types of handwriting styles to your students on a daily basis. It is critical that you know how to write each letter and numeral correctly. Make sure your letter and numeral formations are as neat as you would expect your students to complete. Self-evaluate your own samples using the rubric that has been provided, that is the Teacher Candidate Self-Evaluation Grading Rubric. It looks like this. Upload this grading rubric along with each of your 4 writing practice samples to the Canvas course website for this assignment. Again, scan the document, take pictures, screenshots, whatever you need to do on that. I will then use the handwriting sample analysis rubric, which looks like this, to evaluate your handwriting practice. This rubric is also available to you on the assignment page, so you will know exactly how you're going to be evaluated on this assignment. The next piece that you'll be dealing with this week, back to my modules, is the journal article critique quiz. There's a tutorial that you'll find right here on the Canvas course assignment page that you will need to review. This tutorial will highlight how to locate a quality journal article, the characteristics of a quality journal article, the components your journal article should include, the journal article critique scoring guide, so you know how you'll be evaluated, how to format your article review in APA style, and how to submit a critique to turn it in through Canvas. After you complete this tutorial, please complete the 10-point quiz on the assignment page that will show your understanding of the information that is covered in this tutorial. You will need to score a 90% on the quiz in order to get the full score for the assignment, and your score will either be 10 points if you make the 90%, or you'll get a 0 on it. If you do not score 90%, please retake the quiz. You can retake it. This must be completed before the first journal article critique is due, which will be in week 5. Next, you will begin working on the writer's notebook with 12 dated entries assignment. I know there has been a bit of confusion about this assignment, so let me clear it up for everybody. I have adjusted the due date for this assignment to November 5th, which would be at the end of the week 3 module. As the assignment calls for you to write for 2 weeks, and we're only starting it beginning tomorrow, there's no way for you to complete this assignment by the original posted due date of October 29th. And thanks to the 2 of you who pointed that out to me. This is the first time I've taught this class, and I'm still working through some of the course content, and I just missed this one. Here's how this will work. You will spend 10 minutes per day for 12 days writing using one of the prompts provided in the attachments on the assignment page. Those are right here. Quick Write Topics prompts for spring. Make sure you title the topic of your writing entry using the writing prompt that you chose. Date each entry and write for 10 minutes. Set yourself a timer and follow the 10-minute schedule. You will eventually use these drafts again and add to them throughout the semester. You will write at least one personal narrative, one nonfiction or informational piece, and one argumentative opinion or persuasive piece. The final assignment for this week is a peer critique of another student's autobio poem that we completed at the end of Module 1. This assignment is supposed to appear in your upcoming assignments list. Canvas is supposed to automatically send you one of your peers' autobio poems to review. First, please let me know if this does not happen, and we'll work from there. Second, there is a problem with this assignment. When I was reviewing everything tonight, I noticed that the Canvas assignment page is missing the rubric. If you take a look on my screen here, you'll see there is no rubric for you to look at to figure out your autobio poem critique. So you can't actually complete this assignment as of Sunday night, October 22nd. I have reached out to the on-campus team to add the missing rubric, and as soon as I have it, I will send out an announcement to let you know that it is available. I believe that covers all the assignments for this week. I know that there are a lot of tasks to accomplish this week. So I highly recommend that you do not wait until the end of the week to start working on all of these projects. I will begin grading last week's discussion board assignments and your autobio poem presentations tomorrow evening. I hope to have grades for last week's assignments posted no later than Wednesday evening. If you have not completed your initial discussion board posts, that needs to happen as soon as possible unless you are still missing a textbook. If you have any questions or concerns about this week's assignments, please let me know. I hope that you find this week's course content to be valuable. I'll be back on Wednesday evening for our midweek check-in. I hope you all have a blessed week.